Hi guys, Jaime here with Serpro Monrovia. I have a guest here, Neil with Jaime Environmental. We're here going to talk about asbestos. So to start, what is asbestos and why is it dangerous?
So asbestos, it's a naturally occurring silicate mineral that's commonly found throughout the United States of America. And the main reason that people used asbestos back in the day was because it was very fire retardant and it's a very strong material. So the microscopic fibers that make up the mineral can be woven into building materials, which improves, once again, the fire retardancy of that material and the strength of that material. And since it was commonly found throughout the United States, it's a very cheap material, so that's the main reason that it was commonly used back in the day. And the main reason that it is dangerous is because of those microscopic fibers that make up the mineral. Anytime any building component that contains asbestos in it gets disturbed, then those fibers get released into the air. We breathe those fibers in, and pretty much that's what causes all the health hazards such as lung cancer, mesothelioma, which I'm sure everybody's seen all the commercials for, you know?
Of course, yeah. So why do we test for asbestos then?
So aside from all the human health hazards that it poses, the main reason that people test for asbestos is because down here in Southern California, we're regulated by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. They're pretty much the government environmental agency down here that controls our air quality plus our asbestos regulations. So according to Rule 1403 put out by the South Coast Air Quality Management District, you need to have an asbestos survey done before you do any type of renovation or any construction work on a house. And that's because of all the health hazards that were just spoken about, and to protect the safety of the people living there and everybody who's going to be working on site.
Of course, so it's just a smarter choice to do. So what building materials actually contain asbestos?
So in a building, any material that's not made of metal, glass, or wood could be suspect for asbestos. So remember, if you're going to be renovating, doing construction with any material that is not metal, glass, or wood, make sure you get that tested first, just to make sure, just to ensure the safety of everybody that's going to be around there.
Of course. No, that makes perfect sense. So when we do the test, what does that survey look like? The asbestos survey check, what does that look like?
So when we have a hygienist go out to a job site to do an asbestos survey, the first thing that we do is we do a visual assessment of the area. We make a map or a plot of the project site or project sites. And then after that, whichever materials that are going to be disturbed during the construction process or the renovation project, we'll take 3 samples of each material. Those samples are no bigger than a dime, and that pretty much minimalizes any disturbance or any fiber release because the samples are so small, you know. And then we take those 3 samples, submit those into our labs. Our labs analyze that, let us know the asbestos content in that material, if any, and then with all of that data, we put that into a full survey report for yourself and your contractor, and that will be the legal document that you guys will need to go ahead and begin the work. And that legal document, that's the one that you're going to have to show to AQMD if they ever ask for it.
Perfect. Well, there you have it, everyone. Neil with Jaime Environmental. Jaime here with Serpro Monrovia. Thanks for watching.